Greetings everybody, this is Sabin Dimitrov, aka Adins for the Astral Wolf, and I wanted to come to you with another fun video. I wanted to show you guys kind of my little march through the levels, and how I won. Like I told you guys, I've been upgrading my soldiers lately, and unfortunately I don't have 720 medals, so I can only afford to do 2 battles a day, but it still helps, it still works. So I'm going to show you guys some really cool and fun stuff that I am working on. So here's the first level against this individual right here. So unfortunately I missed and he hit me, but if I can actually get a solid hit this round, dang it, and I still missed it. My accuracy on Vega is not the best, but his abilities should allow him a chance to hit the enemy. Let's speed this bad boy up a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So my Vega with his quick replenish is actually getting his there we are. So we actually got a solid hit. Come on, where's your shockwave? Come on, Vega. That's your special sweet little secret. But as you guys can see, the quick replenish is saving my Vega from so much more damage. But yeah, so even though my Vega is still getting hit by the enemy, he still can, chew through them. Here we are, you see? That's kind of how the shockwave is supposed to work. So I'm gonna get hit by this nasty person here. Let's slow this bad boy down a little bit. There we are. So that kills this one here. And that takes down an incredible amount of soldiers. That is why I have Shockwave on my Vega, because it's effective for both a 1-slot bust and a full march. And I really love his quick replenish because that saves his soldiers from a lot of damage. So he can actually take a solid hit. Here we are. And he clears the board once again. I'm waiting to see if we can get some more medals from Dragon Slayer. Shabam. And emptied. And that was against this fella right here. This Chinese name. But yeah, so as you guys can see, I slowly work my way through each level. I clear this guy out all in one shot. This guy hits me for a little bit, and then I do that. But yeah, so as you guys can see, my Vega with the Shockwave does a fantastic job. And if he gets Shockwave with Breakdown, that means all these defensive buffs the enemy has is pretty much for nothing. Ah, you missed, but at least we still won that round. But yeah, it's just kind of fun being able to show you guys how much, Vega can actually push me through these levels. Like I said, you guys just saw a shockwave right there, and that was against this fella with Japanese characters, if I remember right. And yeah, so it's actually really fun being able to, to try out. Oh, there we go. Cleared him out. I hate the Wings of Eternity. That's so frustrating to deal with. But it's quite effective. It does a good job. Come on, Vega. There we go. Vega's going to make sure she regrets that. There we go. Like you guys see, Shockwave does a fantastic job. And we're going against a Rogers, and we want to kill him as quickly as possible. And there we go. That bad boy was against this fella right here. Devil. Ha! We killed the devil. Ha! Eat it. And then this last battle is going to be against Problem. Well, he's going to have a problem when he comes against me. And I'll show you guys how this bad boy works. So as you can see, he lands a first solid hit. But for me, I have activated Breakdown, Lab Gemini, and Shockwave, and that kills his Rogers right away. Now this guy's going to go against me with his Breakdown. That one kind of hurts a little bit, but we go for Shockwave once again and Awakening Airship, and that wipes out the enemy. And now we're gonna be going against this fella. And unfortunately, she's gonna land a lot of damage against me. But as you guys can see, we are actually chewing through her. That's why I like the Origin most of all when it comes to fighting enemies, because of the Terra space. Even if you can't, you know, chew through them all the way, that Terra space is still going to do a lot of damage. So, as you guys can see, I activated my Shockwave once again, and that cuts down her soldiers a lot more. And even though we aren't at peak power, we are still doing insurmountable amounts of damage. Sadly, we aren't faring as well as we should be, but then again, we are fighting against a pretty substantial commander who has a better shockwave than me. But my breakdown, you know, gets through her defenses easier, so there you guys can see how this bad boy actually works. 6 minutes, that's not bad. But yeah, so, like I said, guys, I was actually about, like, 5 days before the final, tally. This was like 2 months ago. I was like on 24th place. And it's really cool, actually. I even got a screenshot of it, but it's from a while ago, so I'll have to remember that. But yeah, like as you guys can see, this loadout of my stuff is actually going pretty good, and I'm very happy with it. My Vega single-handedly cleared all of these enemies and worked his way through, and my Rogers actually got to take a little bit of a break. But yeah, so I'm very happy with how the Shockwave is working for my Vega, because like I said, most people don't run Shockwave for Vega, but you know, if you run the right equipment for this bad boy, it's all based on attack pretty much at this point. Airship attack is 86.7%. Total attack is 999.3%. The health points are actually pretty decent, but not as much as you'd expect. And then, let's see. Our critical is 250%. That's pretty darn nice. We actually have 200% critical with her. And we actually have a decent amount of resistance weaken effect, but our total soldier tier suppression is kinda something to be, what you call it, desired. But yeah, you know, that's one of the reasons why I like to run Shockwave on Vega, because the Shockwave runs 19% of the attack. So if I can get this up 11 more levels, that's going to be 30%, and that's going to be huge when it comes to Vega, because his awakening allows him to do, you know, different such things. I believe one of them is critical. So if I can actually get 600% critical, that's going to just clear every row I hit. But yeah, as you guys can see, the quick replenish is really nice on Vega, because this will actually help him to heal his soldiers and stuff from the attacks he gets. So he can be a defensive commander, but that's a lot harder to do. But I really like the breakdown, because that's 120% defense buffs removed. And since, you know, all of his, since he can actually be focused on attack, that means he can cut through the enemy's health points much quicker than Dragon Slayer can. Because Dragon Slayer, she actually needs the penetration, like I said before. So she can't focus on that. But what kind of makes up for that is her Shockwave. But yeah, so I just figured I kind of would show you guys how my Vega kind of cuts through the enemy a bit. It's actually really fun, because I get to, you know, try out fun and different little things. And as you guys can see, unfortunately, my Rogers, my Vega kind of got eaten by this big fella right here, T384. But, you know, as you guys can see, well, it's only the garrison. That's a little frustrating. I was hoping to actually have a really cool replay to show you, but sadly that ain't gonna happen. So we're just gonna march our fellows forward and just, you know, try again. But yeah, like it's actually really fun, and like I showed you guys last night with the with this little event thingy, my Vega can do substantial damage. Well, not substantial, but still a decent amount of damage while losing minimal amount of soldiers against her. But yeah, like I just wanted to show you guys how it can actually be effective. I really enjoy this. It's very fun. And heck, I can show you guys a little better on this one too. So he hits me for a solid hit, but then I just wipe him out. Shockwave. This is weird. Shockwave. Hit that. Gets rid of the rest. Let's try this again. Tries to hit me. Gets a little hit. My awakening airship finishes the job, and so does the lab Gemini. And then we can go for another round. Shockwave! Shabam! And that ends that little guy right there. And then we're going against this fella. This kind of hurts. So we're just going to clear the board and kind of teach him a lesson. Like I said, my Vega is by far not the most powerful commander, but he sure packs a solid hit. Shockwave. Oof. Wow, look at that. He actually is immune. Oh, how is that going to work? Well, as you guys can see, my terror space is actually butting through them. And the shockwave helps too. So it's not, impossible, but this is quite a difficult fight. There we go, now we're actually doing it. Yeah, so I think we're gonna actually have to back up to my Rogers. Wow, I'm being eaten alive. That's nasty. My Vega's definitely doing a solid job, but unfortunately this ain't gonna... Wow, he actually landed a couple of really good hits, but unfortunately I think I'm gonna lose this battle. But yeah, like as you guys can see, even though he's losing, he's still able to really kick the enemy right where it hurts. But yeah, so I actually really enjoy being able to see how the different abilities work. Like I said, I'm running the Armageddon hull right now, so even though my Rogers won't have the best... Ooh. Yeah. Alright, Rogers. Show this person how we mean business. Yeah, so because my Rogers has an incredibly high health point build, that means he's going to be able to give this guy a taste of his own medicine. So this guy, thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. My Rogers will actually be able to show this bad boy what's what, because his defensive stance will continue to stack, and that means his attack. And then with his Tyrant cometh, that means he's going to be able to increase his attack and accuracy, if I remember correctly. So even though my Vega got eaten alive, as you guys can see, this Hancock is having a real difficult time dealing with my Rogers. And as you guys can see, I'm slowly whittling him away. And if I remember right, I think you win if you have more soldiers. I forget how that works. But yeah, it's actually really kind of fun if you take a moment to just watch the battle and see how stuff works. This guy is doing everything for his worth to try to hurt me, but my Rogers is giving him a taste of his own medicine. That's one of the reasons why I really like Rogers, because even though he's not an Orochi and he can't heal, unless you put Menderbot on him. The passive skill, which is Absolute Defense, really comes into play because it is a constant passive skill. It's always on. So no matter what the enemy does, they're still gonna have to go through, you know, an incredible amount of defense. But yeah, so I find it very enjoyable being able to really just slam the enemy a good one. And yeah, you know, with these soldiers with their own version of TerraSpace, if I remember correctly, that's going to make it difficult for them. Although I think I should try to get, you know, box soldiers next event that comes up, because I want to be able to try to outfit what's her name, Sister Wolf with some tier 12 Transcenders? I think it's Transcenders. I think Transcenders are a tier 12. Like I said, I don't really run walkers, and I'm going to focus on airships, but, you know, why not, you know, get Dragon Slayer a little bit of extra help. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm eating through the enemy nice and easily. Like this, they can't do any damage to me because my Rogers keeps activating his, you know, his defensive stance. And there he... Ooh! Oh, weird. I hit his ship. Shouldn't I have killed him? Oh, he must have like some really weird 1100. And I still won. I think the game broke on that one. But yeah, like I just figured, you know, I kind of show you guys how both those commandos can work in tandem. I think it's really fun being able to make fun little videos to kind of show you guys how things can work. And as you guys can see, my Vega really carried their team for most of those fights. And then when he couldn't, Rogers came in and played cleanup. So yeah, like this, you know, I just wanted to kind of show you guys some more battles and kind of how stuff works out. If you guys take time to read the different abilities and see what ways you can make a good synergistic build, you can actually get some nasty stuff going. And you know, I'm very excited for my for the next Galactic campaign, because I think I should have... Oh, here we are. I think... Go away. I think I should have my vision healed up good enough to be able to fight for the next Galactic campaign. This is going to be another 6 months I have the oil in, but so far stuff is looking promising, and like I told you before, my doctor's very happy and surprised that I can see as well as I can as it is right now. So stuff is looking very promising, God's taking care of me, and you know... We just gotta work through another 6 months of this, but, you know, like it is, you know, my vision is stable, my vision is safe, my eye is happy, and as it heals up, so will my vision. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys my fun builds, and just kind of give you guys a new insight on how battles seem to play out. Anyway, I do have to get going because I'm not sure how much memory I have left on my phone, but you guys stay awesome out there, and I look forward to being able to show you guys more new and fun videos as my vision heals up. So you guys stay awesome, and yeah, you know, this has been Sabin Dimitrov, aka Dance for the Astrowolf. And yeah, like I said, it's been a pleasure having you guys here for my video, and I want to thank you guys for the support I've gotten. You know, I look forward to you know, being able to put more videos out there, and I ask that you guys like, share, and subscribe like normal, and just let others see my content. I hope that this is insightful for you, and hopefully this will kind of get you guys interested in trying out new things. If you guys want to try out this game, try to find a solid little guild to get into, try to be active each day. Like it is, you can actually be a free-to-play player and still do really well. And if you want to be a free-to-play player, then I would recommend that you run a bullet for your infantry, because a bullet would be really good to cut through high tier enemies while using low tier soldiers. And then I would also recommend that you guys use a Vega for your airships, because his breakdown will actually be able to do a solid hit against the enemy. So a Vega and a bullet, and there's another commander called Rock. Where is he? I want to show you guys why Bullet is a good commander. Sorry guys, so he has Nanoparticle. Chance to trigger before next attack. Accuracy of enemy forces will decrease by 1% until next action can stack. So pretty much he can really make, if you go against a bullet, you want to kill him as quick as possible. So you always want to have a guaranteed hit. So considering this, he can have a 60%, decrease of accuracy, and that's not a good thing for you. And then for the chance to trigger when attacking, deal damage to the target directly. This amount of damage is equivalent to the 0.5% of the activator's health points. So if you have high tier enough, infantry, and you actually do, a health point build, you can get Ghost Cannon and just wipe out the enemy soldiers. I ran a couple times against a bullet and I got myself scrubbed. Like, I was wiped out. So you always want to make sure that you do low tiers when you're going against bullets, because they can actually hit you, especially if you are not a defensive commander. And you can do Wings of Eternity added onto Bullet to make him even more nasty and mean. Because, who doesn't want to make a mean commander? Give me 2 seconds, guys. I have to quickly check something. I'm going to pause the video. Pause it. How do I pause it? Okay, guys, I am back. I had to delete some files off my phone because they were taking up some space, but that only took like a couple seconds. Unfortunately, with my awkward vision, it's a little difficult to see right now, but stuff is improving and I'm very happy about that. Now I wanted to show you guys Rock, because he's a nice commander if you want to, land some pain on the enemy. Where are ya? Like, I already showed you guys Vega and why he's a fantastic commander to keep. He's more of an early tier commander, but if you actually get a solid layout on him, he can do some nasty stuff. And heck, if you have tier 11 airships, you can run Wings of Eternity, since they can use infantry abilities, and boom, you got yourself a nasty multi-hitter. Now, where is... Ah, here we are. This guy's fun. So Walker, 22%. Chance to trigger before next action. Activator's defense will increase by 30% until the next attack. And then this bad boy right here, the Annihilator Ray. Chance to trigger when attacking, deal damage to the enemy target directly. The amount of damage is equal to 7.5% of the activator's health points. So you're gonna have, so if you really want to land a solid early build to go against higher commanders, even though you're not gonna win anything very much, you're gonna still be able to put a solid dent in people's day. And that's a really cool thing to be able to do. And as you get into later game, if you manage to get enough equipment, you can make yourself a plasma. And the plasma is also a good way to play early in the game. Chance to trigger, so they do energy transfer. Chance to trigger before next action. Until the next action, the troops will be in a state of instability. While at this state, after dodging normal attack, damage will be dealt to the attacker, and the damage is 9% of normal attack. The damage is not affected by damage reduction effects. So that's actually a pretty nasty one. Chance to, and then this infantry 100%. Quantum Blast. Chance to trigger after being killed. Damage dealt to all enemy troops, which is equal to 13.5% health points of the troops before being killed. Damage cannot exceed 200% of normal attack. So you can actually run a bomb build. You can actually build yourself a commander who's pretty much a bomb. And if you don't mind sacrificing soldiers, if you have a, if you have like a heavy health point build for plasma, you can actually land a really nasty hit against the enemy. Now, mind you, the higher the soldier, the more health points they have, but also the higher the leadership, the more small soldiers you can cram in there. So this is just kind of some fun, insight, so that you guys can have some fun being able to make some more stuff. Now, like it is, Stella, she's a nasty little sucker, because she has Dizzy, which will make the enemy skip. Chance before next action until attack and accuracy is decreased by 1%, or in total 60%. The Wings of Eternity, chance to trigger before next attack. After this action ends, activator's troops have an additional action. If so, the damage of the second action will be 1.5%. So I think that's a total of 90%. But yeah, so that's what I was talking about with Wings of Eternity. If you manage to get a proper build and see how each commander works, you can actually build something around them and really just be able to do a lot of damage. But like I said, to be a free-to-play player, it's difficult, but not impossible. And if you actually put the hard work into it and you find the right guild, your guild mates can help you do better. But make sure to ask questions. Find the people who are in charge of the guild. Find the people who have been playing this game a long time. When I was fighting against GWU or GRM, they were first my enemy in, Galactic Campaign. But when I fought against them, we hit it off really well, and they invited me to their homeworld, and I accepted a couple months later. And now I get to be one of the top players, and I'm not exactly a top player, but I can still do a solid amount of damage. It goes to show with that saying, the master of one is a master of none, but the master of many is often more, But, you know that saying. But, yeah, like, it's actually really, really cool, because I get to help fill in the holes, when we are fighting. If I need to run a defensive build, I can. If I need to run an offensive build, I can. I can even bait enemies to attacking my arc and be able to use my Vega to really land a solid hit. So yeah, like I said, talk with the leadership of different guilds, not only your guild, because you can sometimes find friends in the most unusual places. This is actually a really fun game, and I recommend that you guys get into it. There's multiple ways that you guys can work up credit in the game. There's multiple ways you guys can take advantage in the game. And if you talk with other players and work to, coordinate things, you can get valuable insight. I have a Discord channel I am part of, and we have people who get early insight into the game and what's coming up. And that means we can help plan things out before the developers implement them in the game. So it's actually really, really cool that we can get early insight. So try to find Discord channels. Talk to people who are in different guilds or even different servers. Because I guarantee you, if you know how to find the right people, you can make yourself into a nasty and mean commander in the future. Anyway, I do have to get going now. This video is about to hit 30 minutes. But anyway, it has been a pleasure having you guys here, for this bit of insight. And I look forward to being able to, show you guys more. Anyway, like I said, this has been Sabin Dimitrov, aka Agents for the Astrowolf. And thanks again for watching my video. like, share, subscribe, and let others see the awesomeness that is Rogers and Vega. Stay awesome, guys, and God bless.